The biggest lie they have told the spiritual community is that there is an elite group controlling them, that there is the Illuminati or a secret society of people that is poisoning their food, that is putting things in the air, that is controlling their mind through social media or whatever. And you know what? That does exist, physically at least, but have you forgotten, my love, that mind over matter? The more that you give your energy and think that people are controlling you, the more that they actually are gonna control you, okay? That's what we have forgotten here. And I wanna make this video because I feel like something happened to me this last week that I was like, I have to make a video about that, because it happened to me where I was watching all these different things and I noticed again that yeah, like there is something controlling people that is very demonic. But you thinking that and you giving your energy to that and having fear is what makes you lose your power, is what makes you lose the ability to control your reality and be able to create and align with the God mind, with the divine. I wanted to make this video because at the end of the day, like, you create reality. You create reality, mind over matter, okay? They want to make sure that even if you were to become aware of their controlling schemes, you wouldn't be able to get out of them. It's something that happens a lot when somebody first spiritually awakens, where they get a lot into conspiracy theories, they get a lot into all these different things of, you know, chemtrails, the food, the music, the vibration, and all of these things. But it gets people in a state of fear. Like, I remember when I had my spiritual awakening, I was always posting about this stuff in my stories as well. In a sense, I was super fearful. Like, the more that I saw that stuff, I was like, oh my god, like, they're controlling us. And then every single time I would go to the grocery store, I would have a panic attack because I knew that there was chemicals in the food and I knew that there was all these things. And you know what, dude, that put me in fear. Like, that's exactly what that did. Conspiracy theories, and I'm not saying that they're not real, but these things, like, they're meant to put you in fear even when you do figure them out. They know that stuff. They know that you know, okay? But they know that they still have control over you because you give them that control over you by being fearful, by still giving your energy to that. When you literally create reality, like, you can decide to eat the most poisonous thing in the world and it will not affect you if you are in tune with the divine part of you that creates reality. Can you that is the mindset that we want to get to, you know what I mean? When you are in a fear state, you are functioning from the illusion of separation from God, from the oneness, from source, from universe, from the infinite supply of everything. If you are sick in your body, if you have these different illnesses, it can all be reverted through the power of your mind. That's how powerful you are. Okay, so when you start to get scared, or when you start to give energy to, like, oh my god, they're poisoning everything, what are you doing? You're giving that power away. Because when you're functioning from fear, what happens is that you start to get affected by all the little schemes that they are doing, which yes, they are doing, but you can only be affected by them if you're giving your energy to them. If you are in a state of fear, if you are not in tune with the God self inside of you, because yes, my friend, you are sharing a mind with God. You create reality, mind over matter. Like, this is what I'm trying to tell you, okay? So the other day, I posted this thing in the community post of my YouTube channel, and I was like, the only thing that separates you from that God aspect of you is fear, right? And the moment that you connect to love, which love is that vibration of oneness with the God mind, with the infinite supply of everything, that's when you unlock true reality creation. And the comments kind of disappointed me, because I had some comments that were like, oh yeah, but there are like bigger powers like controlling us, like there are these different things controlling us and, you know, messing with our minds. And I'm just like, there's literally not. Like, yeah, that exists, but dude, that only exists when you allow it to exist. This is how curses work, by the way. Like, when somebody tells me and comes to me like, Ira, like, I have this curse on me and like I feel like people have put dark magic on me, I'm just like, well, yeah, of course. I mean, you're giving your energy to it, you're in a lower vibration, so of course their curse is gonna work on you. You know what they're casting? What the magic that they cast on the collective is coming from such a terrible intention. Where do you think that's coming from? From fear. Okay, because at the end of the day, there are only two vibrations in this entire realm of existence. Only two. fear and love, and any other vibration is coming directly from these two energies. Love is a connection to God, to the God mind, to the power that you really hold as a human being that creates reality, or a spirit inside a human body. And fear is the disconnection from that, is the illusion of that separation, okay? So let me tell you, my love, these curses they're casting on us are not coming from a loving intention, they're coming from fear. So what do? You rise above it. A curse cannot affect you if you are above the curse. If something with a negative intention is going over to you and you are simply not in that realm of existence and you are vibrating higher than that, what's gonna happen? It's not gonna affect you because you are not in affinity with it. Things that are in your reality right now are only in your reality if you have an affinity to them at a vibrational level. Remember that, right? Your reality is a mirror of what's going on inside of you. So of course, if you have fear, if you're afraid, if you're doubtful, if you're dealing with all these things, these spells are gonna work on you. Of course they're gonna work on you. So this is the thing that I want you to understand. The more that you give your energy to something, the more it grows. The more that you give power to people who actually genuinely have bad intentions towards you. Obviously, these elites are one of them, but you also have people in your regular life, like certain, haters, let's just call them. They start to affect you if you give your energy to them. It's not gonna affect you if you simply align with your God self. If you start to vibrate from a higher standpoint. If you start to understand that you literally create your reality and nothing outside of you can actually affect you unless you let it, okay? That is what I'm here to tell you today. Because the other day, oh my God, let me tell you about this. The other day, I was scrolling through TikTok and I was seeing about the Travis Scott concert and the ASTROWORLD incident, which obviously when it happened, I was like, that is 100% a ritual, period. Like, that is a ritual, 100%. There was no doubt in my mind because I already know that Travis Scott makes like super demonic music. But anyways, since it started resurfacing online, I didn't watch the documentary, but I started looking at it. And there was this video that had like this horrible vibration. I was like, it actually made me so fearful. I was like, this vibration is terrible. And it was a video before the concert started where people were recording, and the video, like the audio was literally from the actual original video of this frequency that played out for 6 hours before the people came in. And it was this horrible vibrational frequency of like rotting flesh. Like, it was just terrible frequency. And I knew they were putting it on to make people be in a very low vibrational state before they would cause these killings, because that's what happened. And anyways, after I saw those things, I was paranoid. I was like, oh my God, like they literally control everything. Like, they're doing rituals on us all the time. They're literally sacrificing us. There's probably like things inside my phone right now like controlling me, the food that I'm eating. And then I started tripping out. I was like, dude, am I gonna get psychosis right now? Like, I need to chill out. And I started playing like positive, like more like higher frequencies. And then I was like, oh my God, what if those higher frequencies are also them controlling me? I was tripping out. And you know what, I was like, my husband, who's right there looking at me, he was like, yo, you control reality. Like, they want you to feel this way. They want you to feel this way. Like, they want you to be in fear. Even if you are aware of them, they want you to be in fear because they know that you're gonna be in fear of them if you're aware. You need to connect to the fact that you create reality, like mind over matter. They don't affect you if you don't let them. And that's when it clicked for me. I was like, dude, I just went into this terrible frequency. Like, I just knew the lower astral beings were freaking feeding off of me. Like, I was a buffet, like, actually. So that's when it clicked to me. I was like, I just let them like feed off of me right now, like, and kind of taking my power back from that. And it took me a while to fall asleep as well. I had a horrible dream right after, but that was all on me. If I would have just been like, okay, I can feel for the people that were affected by this concert and still like keep my discernment and be like, I create reality. Like, this is not affecting me if I don't let it affect me, right? The moment that you are operating from fear, that's when they feed off of you. That's where they want you to be. And you know what? Probably there was somebody listening to my freaking phone. Probably. Who cares? Okay? I mean, they can listen to me. Literally. Whatever it is, that's my laptop. I'm like, because they're probably looking. Anyways, I'm not going to get into that whole talk. But that's what I'm trying to say. Who cares? You are so much more powerful than them. Who cares if they're trying to control you? Who cares if there's like things listening to you right now? Who cares? Who cares? You need to keep your foot in your power. The moment that you get scared, you lose it. The moment you get scared, you lose it. You become food for these people when you are operating from fear. And they don't want you to know that you have the power to literally manifest and create reality like this. Because when it comes to mind over matter, you can literally affect the way that things show up in such a humongous level that they don't want us to tap into that. They're keeping us in fear because they know that if they keep us in fear, we're never going to be able to tap into the fact that we create reality as a humanity. Because fear is what separates us from the very power that creates reality, okay? At least mentally, because it's an illusion. But that's what they want. They don't want you to create reality. They don't want you to regenerate your cells. They don't want you to make your body healthy. They don't want you to manifest wealth. They don't want you to manifest everything that you want, okay? Because that's when they lose their power. Because that's when they keep you sick. Obviously, they like profit off of you financially and they feed off of you energetically. So stop giving your energy to these people. Like, actually stop. And you know what? I'm saying that to myself as well, because I cannot believe I almost went into psychosis just tripping out in that concert. It really did start with me feeling deeply for the people. I was so mad that they did that to us. Like, I was so mad. I know it didn't happen to me, but I look at it as the collective, you know. I was so angry that they did that to people. I was so sad, and I was just like praying for these souls that were taken, like praying that they actually found the light after this experience and that they went back to source and they're in love and not being tormented by whatever. That made me feel so bad. And it's understandable that you can feel bad, but you need to find your core again. You cannot stay there. Because if you stay there and you keep like tripping out about it, you're gonna lose yourself, okay? Anyways, this was a little message that I wanted to say today that was pretty much channeled, but also because of the experience I had last week. And it's so important for us to remember who we are, because the more that we remember who we are and how we actually create reality and how we influence each other, that's when everything's gonna start changing for us. It makes no sense to start dwelling in the fact that we are being controlled, because we are only mentally controlled. All these things that they do, they know that we don't have the power, or that we have lost the power to regenerate our bodies, to regenerate ourselves, to regenerate our realities. They know that, so they keep us in that fearful state. So make sure to not give your energy to that. That's my message for today. Okay, if you don't know me, my name is Ira Murphy and I'm a metaphysics student. I don't know why I didn't introduce myself before, but I hope to see you on the next video. Thank you so much for listening, and I hope you have a great day.